It's time for high school football.
Hello again, everybody, with the sun setting and a gorgeous display of color here in Gainesville, Georgia, McGinnis Field. Gary Glenn along with Dick Hoare to bring you the Hall County Sports Game of the Week. Tonight we are with the homestanding Riverside Military Academy Eagles with visiting George Walton Bulldogs. And Dick, this is a team that beat Riverside in the last game of the regular season last year, and Coach Doug Dixon has no bones about saying that he likes revenge.
Well, he would like to have it tonight. He's going to have his hands full on a team that beat them last time they played. But we've been looking forward to this Riverside game because we're getting our first look at a very good back by the name of Carl Robinson. He's had a great game, a great season. He's a junior. Coach says he can do anything.
Well, he is about 167 pounds, and he winds up with like a 990-pound total on the bench press, the squat, and the power clean. That's like over 6 times his body weight.
And not to mention that when he touches the ball in a rushing situation, he gets 10 yards a carry.
Right now he is leading the area with 1,386 yards and 16 touchdowns. As we said, he is quite a player. Now, the last time these two teams met was 14-10 in favor of George Walton. But this time, Riverside comes in at 8-0-1, 2-0 in Region 1 AAA in the GISA League. And George Walton comes in, and they got a pretty good record as well. They are 6-3 overall, but they're also 2-0 in the region.
And both of these teams are going to be in the playoffs. They're working for number 1 and number 2 tonight, and who's going to get it? We'll find out.
Well, as a matter of fact, let's get the coach's perspective on this. Down to the field, Gina Gala standing by with Coach Doug Dixon.
We're here at Riverside Military Academy, and Coach Dixon here with me. Coach, I know tonight is a kind of a sweet revenge kind of night because George Walton beat you guys last year 14-10.
They sure did. Actually, they've beaten us the last 3 years in a row. This is going to be a big night for us, and I hope our guys are ready to play, and I believe they are.
And one of the things we have to mention is you're going for the region champs tonight, and this has to be a big game for both the fans and the team and you.
Well, it is a big chance. I don't know that we've ever won a region championship. The school was founded in 1907, so we're sitting on 98 years. This is a big opportunity to make history here at our house.
And with state playoffs right around the corner, you know that has to add to the boys' adrenaline rush.
They should. If it doesn't, something's wrong with them.
Anything else tonight you'd like to add?
No, just looking forward to a great night of football here at Riverside.
Well, we wish you good luck, and we look forward to seeing you win.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. Gina Gailey down on the field with Coach Doug Dixon, the Riverside Academy Military Eagles here. And Dick, Riverside's got some other weapons besides Carl Robinson. Tanner Shamlin, the quarterback's having an outstanding year.
Yeah, and he's got 2 senior receivers that are his favorite targets. One of them is Graham Law, a 6'1", 168-pound senior. He's got 368 yards in receptions this year and 6 touchdowns. The other threat there is Adam Herndon, also a senior, 5'10", 146. He's caught over 500 yards in receptions, and he's got 5 touchdowns. So they're not all Carl Robinson on the ground. And they got another good back in Reggie Robinson, too. So they got some threats.
Tanner with over 1,000 yards, in fact, over 1,100 yards passing this year and 12 touchdowns. Now, George Walton comes in. Their running back, Dante Norfolk, a pretty good guy. He's got 583 yards and 4 touchdowns. And somebody we told was starting at quarterback before we got here, but he may wind up playing some running back tonight. Bo Holder with 380 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. And as far as the region opponents are concerned, Riverside's outscored their opponents 80-14, but George Walton 73-18. So some high-powered offenses and some stingy defenses here.
We don't quite know what to expect about this game. Is it going to be the high-powered offense on both sides, or are we going to see a lot of defense tonight?
Well, Riverside Military Academy does some neat stuff here at the academy. Be prepared to hear that cannon go off after they score a touchdown, but they also do something that they call the walk-on. We'll be back to show you some of that right after this, so you stay tuned. This is the Hall County Sports Game of the Week.
There's a great place to catch your local sports action right here on this channel. It's Hall County Sports. Meet our coaches and Hall County athletes. Gary Glenn and Dick Horde cover your Hall County teams inside and out. Make Hall County sports your source for local sports. Airing right here on this channel. Thursdays 9 p.m., Saturdays at 10 a.m., and Sundays at 9 p.m. To advertise your business on Hall County sports, call 770-297-0528. 770-297-0528.
Chris, is there any more Coke?
This is a tough one. Putting gear looks good. But so is mastering the complexities of automatic transmission. Realizing when to use the putter. And find the right look for graduation. But maybe not as tough for me as for my dad.
Yeah, I got one right here.
But man, he's getting his own ice.
Friday nights in North Georgia mean high school football. Fans gathering before the game for tailgate parties, after the game celebrating with victory parties. And that party wouldn't be complete without McEver hot dogs. McEver hot dogs cook up great, no matter how you cook them, on the stove or in the grill, even in the microwave. Always plump and juicy. McEver hot dogs are available at your favorite grocer today, so stop by and pick up a pack or two. McEver hot dogs, a North Georgia tradition for over 70 years.
The Hall County Sports Game of the Week is brought to you by Coca-Cola. It's your game. Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate. Gold Kissed, makers of McEver hot dogs, a North Georgia tradition for over 70 years. Gainesville Care Center, changing lives, saving lives. Whitmire Homes, let us design and build your dream home. Howard Brothers, your power tool headquarters. Gainesville College, leading the way. Atlanta Toyota. Right now is the best time to buy at Atlanta Toyota. America's home place, built where you want it. Jackie Jones Ford, built Ford tough. Lanier Technical College, learning power for life. Georgia Orthopedic Specialists, get treated like the pros. Dr. Bradley Noon, MD. Archie Sporting Goods, over 30 years of serving North Georgia athletics. And G's Home Furnishings and Appliances, the furniture people.
All right, Gary Glenn, Dick Horde back here at Riverside Military Academy. Dick, they have a ceremony here called the walk-on, and there goes the cannon. Yeah, and they're going to run down there now. They had all of the companies lined up on the field. I think I saw A through at least G company out there. And they had a rather impressive pregame ceremony here. And the athletic community in Northeast Georgia still reeling from some losses suffered this past week. We, of course, mentioned on our sports show the passing of Don and Debbie Golden, longtime coach in the area, and his wife, a counselor at Mount Vernon Elementary, in a car accident this past Sunday. And then Riverside here had Stephen Morris, a senior, a wrestler, killed in a car accident, I think in Alabama.
Yeah, he was away on a break, and that's what we were told by their chaplain here, Fletcher Law, that Stephen was in the accident last Friday and then ended up passing away Tuesday of this past week, and our condolences to his family. And also again to the Golden family, as they are having to make those terrible adjustments that young people have to make when both parents are killed at one time.
Right now, if we could, we are going to get a good look at the Riverside cadets there lining up. Now the football team will come running through there, and the cheerleaders will have the sign and so forth. Dick, as we said before, two winning teams coming in here, both undefeated in the region, and Riverside undefeated overall. They do have one tie, and they did that, and it was that night we had a couple of weeks ago where it was so nasty and rainy and sloppy, and they decided before the game that if it ended in a tie, they would just let it go because they don't take a chance of anybody getting hurt in a non-region contest.
And that's the way it did. And as you look at their roster, Gary, it looks almost like you're doing a college game because they have so many people from so many places. When we look at their offensive starters, they're going to come from as far away as Cleveland, Tennessee, Albany, Georgia. There are 4 or 5 of them from Gainesville. They're from Lawrenceville, Snellville. It's sort of like a college lineup.
Yeah, I see somebody here from Twin Falls, Idaho down here. So all kinds of stuff. North Carolina, I see. Well, as a matter of fact, speaking of starting lineups, you've got them there. Why don't you give us a shot right quick.
Well, let's go ahead and look at the Riverside Military Academy offense. And we'll start off with the tackles. Number 53, Miles Dowdy. He's a 237-pound junior from Gainesville. Number 75, Frankie McCaffrey, a 238-pound senior from Lawrenceville. The guards are number 56, Brian Burnett. He's 208 pounds, a junior from Gainesville. And Vincent Akra, 219 senior from Sawtee Nakuchi. The center, number 78, Ren Breen. He's 264 pounds, a junior from Albany. The tight end is Jared Castile, a 203-pound senior from Cleveland, Tennessee. He's number 8. Wideouts are Adam Herndon, number 18, and number 30, Graham Law. The quarterback, number 7, Tanner Shamblin, a 184-pound senior from Cleveland, Tennessee. And the halfbacks, the Robinson guys, Carl and Reggie. Number 2, Carl, 5'6", 159-pound junior out of Lawrenceville. And Reggie, a 5'9", 165-pound senior out of Snellville. Now, we don't have all that much detail. We would assume that a lot of the George Walton Academy players are from right around the Monroe area, Walton County. But we'll give you their defensive starters. And a corner will be number 1, Alex Williams. Also the other corner, number 22, Larry Simmons. The safety is Dante Norfolk. The tackles are Michael McDaniel, number 55. He's a senior. And also defensive tackle number 20, Austin Craig. The defensive ends are John Ferguson. He's a senior, number 42. And John Williamson, also a senior, number 56. And the linebackers, number 65, Todd Brown. And Bo Holder, number 11, a senior. And that's how they're going to start on defense for George Walton.
Coached by Don Williams. Of course, we all know, we've seen him many times on the Hall County Sports Show, the effervescent Doug Dixon, the head coach here at Riverside Military. He was entertaining us before we ever even got into the press box tonight, Dick.
The poor guy has no personality.
None at all, does he? Well, they're just about to meet in the middle of the field for the toss of the coin. Looks like they've gotten, this is senior night and parents' weekend here. Dick, as you mentioned, got a lot of the guys on the sidelines there lined up. See if we can pick out who they're going to send out to the middle of the field.
Well, the captains are number 3, Reggie Robinson, and Shamblin Tanner, number 7. Also, as we look, number 50, Caleb Donovan. One of the captains, and number 68, Vincent Akra. The rest are, they are seniors, honorary captains, and they're lined up behind them.
For George Walton, I see number 33, Dante Norfolk. And I believe I see it's 55 out there as well, Michael McDaniel. And they got their backs to the camera here, the Riverside guys doing their kind of blocking us. As I see a 42 out there, 42 would be John Ferguson. Number 11, I think, Bo Holder for George Walton, and number 56, John Williamson. So those are the captains meeting at midfield here, and it won't be hard to tell them apart tonight. Riverside all in blue with the white numbers, and George Walton, the Bulldogs, are red and black, like another group of Bulldogs we might know from not too far from here. They'll have the white tops and the red breeches on tonight. It is a potpourri of the media gathered here this evening. Radio is here, television is here, the newspapers are here, photographers are here, so
and
big
the
night.
Eagle has landed down on the field, as you see the mascot, and he's picking at a few of the cadets over on the side.
Absolutely.
And those are the Eagles lining up to come through the sign that says, "You're in our house now. Are you scared?"
All right. Looks like Riverside has deferred to the second half, and George Walton is going to get the kickoff. So the Bulldogs will go on offense first, and we will see who they start at quarterback. Now, Bo Holder has played some, we understand, at quarterback, but he was listed, as you talked to Coach Don Williams in the pregame, as running back tonight, along with Dante Norfolk, and they're going to start a sophomore, Andrew Williams.
We'll have to go with what Coach Don Williams told us before the game, and that would be number 10, Andrew Williams at quarterback. Bo Holder, number 11, would be a halfback. And these are the probable starting lineups. Also at halfback, number 33, Dante Norfolk. The tight end is going to be number 42, John Ferguson. The tackles are Michael McDaniel and Ryan Beaver. The centers, number 60, Bubba Jordan. Offensive guard is John Williamson, number 56. And number 27, unusual number for a guard, but Ross Bradley. The starting wide receivers are number 1, Alex Williams. The quarterback again, Andrew Williams. And another wideout, number 22, Larry Simmons. And that's pretty much it. The starting lineup for George Walton on offense. On defense, the Eagles go like this. The linebackers, number 6, Bo Bermudez, 168-pound senior out of Canton. Number 25, Brian Bays, 170-pound junior out of Gainesville, Georgia. Tesu Uwaha. And there goes that cannon.
That thing is just going to scare the fool out of me all night long. I got a feeling. I'm not going to get used to that.
Number 40, a linebacker out of Stone Mountain, 52, Brandon Quinn, 196-pound junior out of Marietta. Defensive ends are 54, Andrew Wright, 55, Donnie Gallup. Defensive tackles are number 53, Miles Dowdy, and number 50, Caleb Donovan. In the corners, Reggie Robinson, number 3, and Adam Herndon, number 18. And the free safety, number 32, Caleb Weishart. And those are the starting lineups.
All righty. As we said, George Walton's going to get the ball first. They're putting number 33, Dante Norfolk, deep. Their starting tailback is also going to be one of their return guys. Alex Williams, number 1, back there with him. Kicker and punter for the Riverside Military Academy Eagles. Looks like number 5 is teeing it up, Andrew Stevens. Stevens is just a sophomore, 5'9", 187-pounder out of Lawrenceville. So Stevens to kick to Norfolk. And we're just about ready to get underway. Beautiful stadium here at McGinnis Field. Absolutely well lit. Good crowd on hand tonight for the end of the regular season. There you see Norfolk. And Stevens boots it. Norfolk is going to let it bounce and takes it at about the 3. He is to the 5 and the 10. Cuts back. And grabbed and knocked down. Number 14, I believe, hit him first on the kick coverage team. Prince Omegbalu.
And a 12-yard return that time by the return man. It's going to set him up back at the 15-yard line. Not a good starting place for the Bulldogs to begin this game at the 15-yard line.
Again, Andrew Williams, the sophomore, at quarterback. They've got a split backfield. Eagles in a 5-man front. They hand to Norfolk. Bulls over left side guard. Coming at the bottom of the pile for the Eagles that time, number 50, Caleb Donovan. 5'10", 246-pound senior out of Jacksonville, Florida.
Very conservative play, starting it off right between the guards, right up the middle, picking up 4 yards, testing out the defense.
Second and a shade more than 6. They will split Alex Williams out wide to the left. They're still in the split backfield.
This is old pro set, Gary.
Yep. Swap the tight end around a little bit. Unbalanced. And they smother him. Same play they ran just a little bit ago. And Norfolk was again the carrier. This time, though, not even close to 4 yards. Reginald Robinson in on that tackle, along with some of the big linemen. Garrett Rothman was also in on it, number 63.
He's a big one, 5'11", 263-pound senior out of Rome.
Picked up a couple, 3rd and 4. First third down conversion of the game. Williams wide to the left, split backfield. Yep, old pro set. Williams the quarterback, the young sophomore. Fakes to Norfolk, runs to his left, rolls, passes just out of the reach of Bo Holder. Intended for Holder, so it's 3 and out for the Bulldogs. Their first possession of the game. Gary Glenn along with Dick Horde coming to you from McGinnis Field and Riverside Military Academy. First time to see the Eagles in person this year. Of course, we covered them extensively on the sports show.
Going to get our first look at Adam Herndon, a senior. He's going to be the return man, and he's standing just to the Eagles side of midfield back at the 45-yard line.
4th and 4. Looks like Ferguson is the punter. He stands at his own 6. High snap, but he fields it, gets it away. Short punt off the side of his foot, but it's going to hit, and it's going to take a roll in favor of the punter. And Herndon fields it. And knocked out of bounds by number 18, Matthew Whitley. Let's see, from about the 20, 45, he get 30, about a 35-yard punt and
5-yard return.
5-yard return, maybe 6. No, they're spotting it on the way on this side, Dick. He got about a 10-yard return.
A 10-yard.
To the 44.
Well, once he picked it up, it was about at the 50. But John Ferguson was really holding his breath, hoping he was going to get a running into the kicker penalty down there. And the referee looked like he thought about it, Gary, but did not drop the flag.
Tanner Shamlin, pro set for the Eagles. They got wideouts each way. Shamlin to throw on first down. Throws out there to Graham Law, and Law is going to be tackled but fumbles the ball. And George Walton says they've got it. Let's see as they unpilot.
Incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass. Boy, they had a ton of people around that ball, and I'm talking about a ton. They had Ferguson over there who just punted it. Bo Holder was over there.
And Graham had it in his hands. He never really looked to have full control of it when he was hit. So Riverside's fortunate that they get the incomplete pass call there.
Herndon and Law wide to the left. They're in the I formation now. Tanner Shamlin, the quarterback. And give to the fullback, who bounces off, and that's Andrew Stevens. Stevens only gets about a yard. Michael McDaniel, Todd Brown in on the stop for the Bulldogs. He only got about a foot, so it's going to be 3rd and almost 10.
Trying to run behind the right tackle there, Frank McCaffrey, number 75. He's a pretty good-sized lineman, 238-pounder, but nothing there. Well played by the Bulldogs.
Law to the left, Herndon to the right. Tanner Shamlin, the quarterback. Stevens is the wingback. Shamlin to throw. Zips it down the middle. Complete. And a big gainer that time. He hit Jared Castillo. Wrestling him down, Bo Holder from the 44, 5, 10, 15, about 17 yards.
Good looking pass that time. We see that the quarterback's got an arm. He shows it well. Both of his passes so far right on target, and this one caught. And a good play by Castillo, who comes to the sideline at the bottom of your screen.
Actually got about 21 yards on that, Dick. 21 yards and a first down, I formation for the Eagles. Shamlin hands to Carl Robinson, headed for the end zone. Touchdown. How did he get away? Some guy had a shot at him. I think John Williamson dove at his feet at about the 10. And Carl Robinson does what Carl Robinson does. 23 yards and 6 points.
He's little. He's running behind the offensive line. He can't be seen by the defensive players. And then he just bounces off. You reach out for him. He is quick. I thought there was no way he's going to get out of that.
23-yard run by Carl Robinson, and Stevens comes on to attempt the PAT. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 7-0. 8:50 to go in the first. 7-0 Eagles. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching the Hall County Sports Game of the Week.
There is a new tradition in home building, a new focus, a new way of thinking about how today's custom homes are designed and built. Whitmire Homes offers the most complete and hassle-free design and building process in the industry. Their customers are guided from the beginning and are given a guaranteed to-the-penny contract price based on their needs and wants. Tim and Paige Whitmire know that a solid foundation is essential to building homes and athletes. Tim and Paige are Hall County natives and are proud to support this program and all of Hall County's athletes as they build solid foundations for the future. Whitmire Homes, hands-on builders since 1978. www.whitmirehomes.com. at 770-534-8342.
Lanier Technical College. I'd like to know more. Tell me about it.
It's 4 campuses.
And online courses.
It's your new career in
Health.
Public service.
business,
Technology.
Even motorsport.
This is not your dad's vocational school.
Tell me about it.
it's a great start.
Or a new beginning.
Ask about grants and scholarships.
Lanier Technical College, 770-531-6300.
Gary Glenn, Dick Horde back, coming to you from McGinnis Field, Riverside Military Academy, and that was, I think that's the first time Robinson touched the ball, wasn't it, Dick?
That was his first carry. He averages 10 yards carry. It went up a little bit on that carry. He's averaging 23 tonight. And they only give him the ball about 15 to 20 times a game. I don't know, they're doing well. They're undefeated, but they are using him in a great way. I would be tempted to let him carry the ball every time. But
yeah, I think he's so strong for his size that he would be one of those types of backs, get stronger as it gets older. The game gets older. Norfolk got it about the 3, gets a pretty good return there, going to be ridden down, hitting him first. Kyle Edseth, number 31, knocks him down. Let's see, he got it out to the 30-yard line, so a 27-yard kickoff return. Not bad.
a little better field position this time, a little more room to operate. They started their first time at the 15-yard line, so.
They back him up a yard. Dick started at the 29. Alex Williams comes out wide to the left. It's a split backfield. Andrew Williams, sophomore quarterback. Hands to Norfolk. Bangs through the line and picked up about 5 or 6. Somebody hit him at the line and he fell forward. Number 50 actually made the first contact for the Eagles. That's Caleb Donovan, the senior. And when he got through the line, about 2 or 3 more of the Riverside Military Academy Eagles fell on top of him. Tanner Shamblin, you see on the sidelines there. Tanner got him out of that 3rd and long with a pass, and then Carl Robinson did his thing a play or 2 later. 5-man front for the Eagles this time. Funny looking defense, but they're stacking it up to stop the run with Norfolk. And stop it they do.
Tesu Aha on the stop there. He's 179-pound sophomore.
Tesu Uha. The R in his name is silent, they say. Tesu Uha. Yeah, he hit him. Brings up 3rd and short. 3rd and about a yard. Ball at just a shade past the 43. Check that, the 38. Just a shade past the 38. And Donovan's going to be met at the 40, but falls forward. Uha in on it, but the first man to hit him was Brian Bays, junior DB out of Gainesville here. 5'9", 170-pounder.
Well, Herndon had contact in the backfield and had a chance to throw him for the loss and not pick up the first down, but showing some strength there was Norfolk, and you see why he's got the stats that he does coming in. He's got 583 yards and 4 touchdowns on the season, giving a first down to the Bulldogs.
Got a little more than 5 on that one. 1st and 10 Dogs at their own 43.5. There he is again. He'll be wrestled down this time by Andrew Stevens. Hit him first. Norfolk on the carry. Also Bo Bermudez hit him. This time the big back. Norfolk for Walton gets about 3 and a fraction. So it's 3rd and a short 7.
Nothing fancy about this offense here. It's just it's the pro set, base blocking it looks like, and then dive by them and give that back some room to get a little seam there.
Riverside playing that 5-man front on the defense designed to stop the run, and they're pretty much making them earn every piece of yardage that they get.
At that time, the right tackle did an X block. He pulled back, and they are doing more than base blocking, and you can see that on a replay that there's a good block and a good surge off that right side that time.
Picked up a couple more, 3rd and 5. Bo Holder in the backfield. along with Norfolk. Might have been Holder that carried that last time. Norfolk this time, though, and he's going to be close to the first down.
But a pretty good shot there defensively by Herndon, or make that by number 6, Bermudez.
Bermudez hit him, and also Andrew Wright. Bermudez is a senior out of Canton, and Wright is a senior out of Gainesville right here.
And they're going to have to measure it,
Oh,
Gary.
look at that. Well, I thought he had it.
Well, he might, but they're going to make sure and bring the chains across.
And stretch the change here. Nice tight shot there. Let's see what he's got. Got it. By the length of the football.
You were right all along. They didn't need to bring those chains in. So a good-looking drive.
First
Gary?
and 10, yep. First and 10 Bulldogs at the Eagles 46.
They've moved it 25 yards so far.
Alex Williams wide to the right. Norfolk and Holder in the backfield, along with Andrew Williams, the sophomore quarterback. Now they'll swap Cameron Wyndham from one side to the other. Still playing that 5-man front. Norfolk this time is going to be hitting the backfield and busting through there. Andrew Wright again, number 54. Had a little bit of a slant on. Caught him after only a yard or so. 2nd and 9.
May have been a stunt from the defensive end position to get good penetration back there for Andrew, and he stopped him for a little more than a yard.
Number 69 just came off the field. I realize we don't have him on the roster. Let's look at that other roster they gave us. That's Holder this time on the carry. Nope, fake to Holder. Fake to Holder. It was a great fake. Everybody bid on it, and I did too. Andrew Williams, the quarterback, kept it. Brian Bays. Also, I saw Donnie Gallup over there around it, and now we got a man down on the field. Two men down on the field. Side by side, and they're both Eagles. Not good. I'll tell you what, during this injury timeout, we'll take a break right here. Score is 7-0, Riverside, 4:31 left to play in the first. You're watching Hall County Sports Game of the Week.
In a world full of look-alike homes, there's one builder that's different. America's Home Place. We're different because we realize your family's needs and desires are different. At America's Home Place, you start with your own land or land you choose, whether it's a lot in a close-in subdivision or acreage way out in the country. Then you choose from more than 80 floor plans. With the help of America's Home Place designers, you make any changes you want, inside and outside, including color selections. At America's Home Place, we work closely with you every step of the way to customize your living space to fit your lifestyle and to make sure your new house is truly your dream home. Don't get lost in a sea of cookie-cutter, mass-production neighborhoods. Call America's Home Place. Ask for your free floor plan book and a no-cost, no-obligation visit with an America's Home Place consultant. Call 1-800-NEW-HOUSE. America's Home Place. The home you want, where you want it. Call today. 1-800-NEW-HOUSE.
Are you looking for the best selection of Russell Athletic uniforms and apparel in North Georgia? Then head to Archie's Sporting Goods. Archie's is an official Russell retailer that can handle all your athletic clothing needs. For team uniforms and gear, we're the only choice in North Georgia. So for an amazing selection of Russell Athletic uniforms and apparel, come on down and see for yourself. Archie's Sporting Goods in Gainesville.
All right, Dick, we've identified the injured players, but they're both off on their own power.
Yeah, it looked like some, possibly they got kicked in the shins, ankle injuries, not real sure, but they walked off. Hopefully nothing serious for them.
Caleb Donovan and Garrett Rothman. I see Garrett Rothman jumping up and down on the sidelines. By the way, number 69, that came off a little bit ago, Nate Paget. We've been given his roster number as 59, but he is 69 tonight. Split backfield, and a man split to the left. Riverside still in the old-fashioned 5-2, the old Oklahoma defense. They give it to Norfolk. And a man blitzed through and grabbed him and wrestled him down really quickly. That was Caleb Wishart, the junior, 5'11" out of Cumming. So Wishart is going to stop him shy of the first down, it looks like.
Well, you're down at the 38-yard line, just inside it. You've got about a yard to go for a first down. Looks like they are going to think about this. They've been able to pick up 3 yards when they needed it, and I believe they're going to go for it. But they are going to call timeout and talk about it.
Well, we'll go with them. We got a timeout here in the first quarter. 3:40 left to play in stanza number 1. Riverside up 7-zip. Back in a moment. Hall County Sports Game of the Week.
We all want independence, power, choice, freedom. But sometimes life throws you a curve and things happen that you never expected. Do you think you might be pregnant? Not sure where to turn? No one can make your decision for you. But if you want someone who will listen, someone who will care, someone who will offer hope, call Gainesville Care Center today for a complimentary pregnancy test. 770-535-1245.
Whether you're a new college student or thinking about returning to college, you probably have questions. At Gainesville College, the well-qualified faculty and staff care about you and what you want for your future. You'll receive one-on-one attention. The student-teacher ratios are great, and the computer technology and student services outstanding. Gainesville College, accepting applications for spring 2006 now. Start here and go anywhere. Gainesville College, located at exit 16 off I-985, or call 770-718-3641, or on the web, gc.peachnet.edu.
On 4th and a yard and maybe a yard and a half. Maybe not quite, maybe a yard and a foot. They're going to go for it, Dick.
Well, I think their line of scrimmage is capable of this. They've been dominant enough. They're going to get up there quickly, I think, before Riverside sets up. Look for something between the guards right there, and I think they'll have it if they get it.
They line up a guard's number in the backfield this time. It's the block for Norfolk, and they got it. They line number 65 up as one of the backs, one of the halfbacks. Number 65, Todd Brown. Norfolk got the first. Coming off the bottom of the pile, number 54, Andrew Wright.
Well, if you can have 27 as a guard, I suppose you can put a 60 number back in the backfield. So,
well, remember, this is the Geisa League, and some of their rules are a little different from GHSA. GHSA won't let you have certain numbers for linemen. You have to have that number if they can't be eligible for a pass.
Yeah, the 27's got to be in the backfield, and the 60's got to be on the line. So.
Split backfield. They're staying in that 5-4 look on the defense because they know that George Walton pretty much runs it. And they give it to number 65. 65, Todd Brown, who is pelted as he comes through by Uha. And also one of the other guys comes up limping a little bit.
Bermudez has been busy. He's a hitter. He's had some good licks so far in this game. Stopped him for a gain of 2.
Well, they will split Alex Williams out wide to the right. He's been their lone wide out. Dick, they only go wide out, and then they keep everybody else in tight. Stay in the split backfield. This is pretty much vanilla. Bo Holder, the carrier. He totes it for 5 or 6, and as he goes through, grabbing him from behind, Brandon Quinn. Quinn, a junior, 6 foot, 196 pound out of Marietta.
Yeah, this is what Jim Lofton used to call 3 yards in a cloud of dust. They're impressive. They are taking it down. They're keeping it between the tackles. They're not trying to challenge the speed of Riverside on the outside for the most part. They're just trying to whip it right up on the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 3. Big play coming up. 3rd and 3 at the Riverside 25.5.
Well, this is 4-down territory. If they don't get it, they'll go for it on the one after. Look for something up the middle.
Riverside jumping around on the defense. They give it to Holder. Holder's a pretty good size looking kid. He cracks in at left side guard. Picks up another 2-3 yards.
Well, Riverside's going to have to stop this. They're going to have to stop the backs up the middle.
Andrew Wright got that tackle, but not before. They don't even measure this one, Dick. I said he got 2-3 yards, and he did. Got about 3, and he is to the inside of the 23.
Coach Don Williams is going to keep running just what he's running. This has brought them down the field from their own 29-yard line all the way to the 23. So he believes he fair caught it. I didn't see the fair catch.
I didn't see him signal it. That's number 52, Brandon Quinn. He just grabbed it and kind of sat there with it. Nobody tackled him. He didn't offer to run with it. So,
well, I think he must have called that fair catch signal on the backpedaling there, and he backpedaled like a second baseman going up for a infield pop-up and just caught it and stopped. So we can assume he fair caught it.
At the 25 is where they started, and they're in the I. They got men split out to the left. They got a wide slot out to the left. They give it to the fullback in the I, and is that Reggie Robinson?
Yeah, it would be Reggie. No, 5,
that's
number
Stevens.
5.
Andrew Stevens. John Thomas Bird. Todd Brown also given credit for the tackle he got. About 3. 2nd and 7. Ball at the 28 now. Men split to the left, and they stay in the I. Well, Riverside is going to have to contend with about 8 guys in the box on the defense. They give it to Carl Robinson, who's going to be tackled in the backfield. Somebody blitzed through and got him. Todd Brown, 65.
And Ferguson, 42, in on the play there for.
And then
for the Bulldogs.
Our ACPA announcer, Dick Nichols, also gives Holder credit for finishing him off. But in any event, did he pick up a yard? Nope. No gain. 3rd and 7. Another 3rd and long. Graham Law comes out wide to the left. Herndon to the right. Single back now, and that single back is Robinson. 5 men on the line. Tanner Shamlin back to throw. There's it out. Got a man break it open. Oh, just overthrew Adam Herndon.
Herndon on a flag route and got behind the defender. Looked, if the pass had been there, would have been a good gain, but a little too high and too far.
They had big Norfolk the back there defending on that play. So we will see Andrew Stevens, who's been playing some fullback tonight and doing duty as the place kicker and the punter. Line of scrimmage is the 28. Very, very high kick, but short. And fair catch is caught by Alex Williams.
Good job by the back making that catch, because that ball went straight up. It was not a spiral. It was very wobbly, knuckling, kind of one of those catches that are hard to make.
About a 25-yard punt, no return. On the fair catch by Alex Williams. Line of scrimmage will be starting at 47 and change of George Walton. Bulldogs back on offense now. They just had a long 70-some-odd yard drive and scored on a 4-yard run by the quarterback after they had struck deep on a pass from that youngster, the sophomore quarterback Andrew Williams, down to Simmons.
Back to a pro I formation this time.
Riverside still in a 5-2 defense. They give the Holder. Holder is held up by Caleb Donovan and then finished off by a lot of the blue shirts. Saw Caleb Wishart in on that.
Donovan got the arm tackle on him and sort of slung him around and slowed him up.
Got about 2.5 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and a short 8 or a long 7. Ball just, well, it is. It's at the 49.5, right on the hash mark. On our side of the field, the right side hash mark. Now, Alex Williams will go wide to the left. Now they're in a split back field. Andrew Williams, the quarterback. The Norfolk, but on the blitz, they caught him again. Caleb Donovan. What they're doing, Dick, on the defense, they're lining those 5 guys up and they're shooting the gaps.
Yeah, so, and slanting, running a team slant, it looks like. Looks like the whole lot of them are slanting to the set, perhaps, and they sort of may have stumbled into that play. They may have slanted the wrong way away from the play, but it really worked out for them.
Got a yard. 3rd down now and 7.
And I think they're going to have to stunt to beat this offensive line. Those have been the plays that they've really succeeded at.
Go with a little misdirection to Holder, and he is going to be tackled short of the first down by Bo Bermudez. Bo knocks him down after about he got more than I thought. He got 3. So it's going to be fourth now. That was third down play. 4th down and 4. Almost 4. So we will see once again the punter, John Ferguson, number 42. Line of scrimmage being the 46. Herndon back deep for the Eagles. Now they're rushing a man on the field at the last moment here. Had to get Luke Olaf on the play. And there's going to be a flag. That may be a delay of game. Beautiful punt. Herndon's going to stay away from it. This one's going to roll and roll and roll. Take a great roll. That one may come back, though. Dig all the way down to the 5. That's going to be a 40. What about a 38-yard punt and no return? Nope, they punted from the 46, didn't they? 41-yard punt, no return. But they're going to bring this one back because I think that illegal procedure. Yeah, when they ran Olaf on at the last moment, they were jumping around and moving around, and the referee said, no, you guys weren't still.
Sad cost them. They had them really backed up. That's a bad mistake there for the Bulldogs.
Illegal procedure called. You see the referee making the call there. Now it's back on their side of the 50 to the Bulldogs 49. Herndon will come up a few yards. George Walton are now running another guy on the field. Bubba Jordan comes in at the last moment. Now he talks. He says, okay, Herndon deep. John Ferguson to punt. Oh, high snap, way over his head. Oh, what a turn of events this is. And Ferguson's just going to have to eat it.
And they're going to get Carl Robinson for a spear. He was down. He was eating it, Gary. And Robinson, you saw him flying back there. They're going to get the ball, but it's going to be 15 yards back this way.
Huge turn of events, so even with the penalty going to be against Riverside. Dick, you go from being punted into a hole on your own 5 to having the ball. Yeah, personal foul. If Robinson was just flying too hard and couldn't stop it. Yeah, he was definitely having to eat that. Way over his head. He jumped for it and tried to get it and still couldn't get it down. Riverside ball on the 31.
First really big break of the game, and we'll see if Riverside with 6:40 can capitalize on it.
Timeout, George Walton. Bulldogs want to talk about it. We've got a 7-7 ball game here with 6:40 to play in the half. Back in just a moment. You're watching the Hall County Sports Game of the Week.
I got him. I see him. Give me the ball, Pops. Come get it. I think that's a challenge. Are you serious? I won't even put my bag down. Oh, come on, man. Don't let that man shoot you. I got nothing. You don't got nothing. Your mouth looks dry. Have a Coke. You know what that is? That's the roof top, son.
At G's Home Furnishings in downtown Dahlonega, find a large selection of stylish, comfortable, and quality furniture. G's carries furniture for every room of the house to create environments that reflect an individual's sense of style and sophistication.
Hey, I'm Crazy Larry G. I'll sell you anything that walks, crawls, slides, or glides. We may be high on the hill, but I got the lowest prices in the valley. Just remember, if you buy it anywhere else, we both lose money.
We are back in Riverside in business on the 31 of George Walton after that bad snap. They would have been even better in business had it not been for a personal foul penalty. Tanner Shamlin, the quarterback, number 7 there. Crouches behind center, and we're ready to go. This time they give to the fullback, Reggie Robinson, who cracks in at left side guard. Doesn't get a whole lot.
Bo Holder and Austin Craig making the stop there for George Walton, showing some quickness there. They're giving Riverside fits. They got a lot of quickness on that defense.
No gain at all. 2nd and 10. Ball still at the 31. It's on the hash mark on our side of the field. Riverside moving to our left, from our right to our left. They'll split Herndon and Law, both out wide to the right. It's the Robinsons in the backfield now, along with Tanner Shamlin, the quarterback. Stunning defense. Shamlin is going to be chased and dragged down by one of the guys stunning. That's the guy, Todd Brown, who lined up a little while ago in the backfield and ran the ball. Let's see, it's going to knock him all the way back. Let's see, to the 43, 22-yard loss.
22, they got a 22, well, a 12-yard loss. They got 22 yards to go for the first down. So 3rd and long on a drive that began at the 31-yard line. So good defense by George Walton here.
Yep, 12-yard loss, so 3rd and 22. Got a little offset eye going in the backfield. Nope, that's the shotgun. Again, the shotgun. I'm so used to him watching the eye. Now Shamlin being chased again. Gets this one away. Completes it out to Herndon. Herndon tries to find some room down the field. Maybe getting close back to the original line of scrimmage before Alex Williams tripped him up and he fell forward another 2-3 yards.
There was nobody over there within an acre of him, but the defense collapsed on him very quickly. But he had some running room after he made the catch. And it'd be interesting to see what they do here, 4th and about 12. And they're in 4-down territory.
He got him. I think they're going to
try field goal.
Field goal by Stevens, yeah. He got about 11 back on that thing, or almost 10 or 11 on the thing, but it's 4th and almost 12.
A 48-yarder.
Spotted at the 38. Stevens sends it on the way, and the kick is no good. Wide left. Boy, he had the leg.
Came close.
It just drifted to it, didn't it, huh?
Yeah, it was hooking right off, right after he kicked it. You could kind of tell it was going to go off to the left, but he had some leg on it, and a good rush that time by the George Walton defense on that field goal attempt.
So George Walton will take over. And in this league, Dick, apparently, they take over at the spot of the field goal. And the GHSA, you get it on the 20. They got it on the 32.
And we got a question about that right now. Coach is going to question that rule, I think, Gary.
Well, I kind of wondered about that. I'm not, this is our first GISA game that we've done.
Tell Coach to get his rule book.
And they're asking about that. Yeah, now they're going to mark it back off to the 20, right?
Yeah, that's where it'll begin.
Well, that's what I thought, but they said it. They were
well,
ready to go.
These officials have been doing maybe college games over the weekend and just forgot exactly where they were.
Okay. In any event, George Walton gets the ball back. 4:19 to play in the second quarter. 7-7 ball game. Coach Doug Dixon, you see there, went running out on the field and said, wait a minute, what are you doing? And turns out he was right.
And he reminded us before the game if he did anything good like that to make sure that we let everybody know. So.
Yeah, and if we did anything bad, if he did anything bad happen, blame it on the assistants. You got to like Doug
He's
Dixon.
a lot of fun.
He really is. All right. Enough of that. 7-7 ball game. Williams will come wide to the right again. Andrew Williams, the sophomore quarterback for the Bulldogs. Split backfield. And fumble ball and going to be recovered, and recovering the ball.
Brian Bays.
Yeah, 25, Brian Bays. I think they gave it to that youngster that lines up as a guard sometimes, or with a guard's number, but in any event, somebody stripped the ball from him. And Bays, number 25, right there surrounded by his teammates in the middle of your screen, came up with the ball. So Riverside, after missing the field goal, gets it back just about. In fact, they gained a yard.
Gained 1 yard from the last turnover. So
back at the 30. Robinson's in the backfield now. Kind of a little offset eye. Herndon and Law wide to the left. And they fake to Reggie, and Carl Robinson gets the ball, and he is going to be tackled by a holder. You know, I think they're putting some of their best athletes on Carl Robinson. You got to look at, and he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Dick lost a foot.
Well, they are getting good penetration in the backfield, Gary. They're making it difficult on him, and I think Riverside's going to have to test the perimeters on this defense.
Second, we'll call it 11. It's not quite. It's about 10.5, but almost 11. One man wide to the left now, and a give to Reggie Robinson. He's tripped up as he goes through the line by number 65, Todd Brown. He got about 3. Remember, it was 2nd and 11, so now it's 3rd and 8. So, yeah, we'll give him 3. 3rd and 8. Big play here for the Eagles. Timeout officials, they're going to, the kid that just made the tackle, Brown, is limping off the field. That's why they call the timeout and let him get off the field. 3rd and 8, kind of big here for the Eagles. 3:07 to play in the half. We are at McGinnis Field. Doug Dixon there. Tanner Shamlin, the quarterback's got them huddled up.
Yeah, where Robinson made that run, Gary, for the touchdown was he was taking it between the tackles, but then he dipped outside and got around the corner. And, you know, they're finding it tough going between the tackles in here on George Walton.
3rd and 8, and the line of scrimmage is around the 27.5. Shamlin to throw. Guns it. Wide open. Going to be knocked out of bounds. He hit Graham Law. Knocked out of bounds by Larry Simmons, but Law from the 27 inside of the 10, 1st and goal. Got 18 yards on that, Dick.
Yeah, it's his first catch of the night, and it's a big one. Comes at a big time and sets up a 1st and goal.
Shamlin to Law. 18 yards and a 1st down inside of the 10, 1st and goal for the Eagles.
Law's got 6 touchdown catches on the year, and he goes out wide right.
And Herndon to the left. Reggie Robinson, the wingback. Carl Robinson, the single setback. George Walton in that gap defense. Shamlin's got a man open in the end zone. Jump ball, batted away. That was a good play. I'm trying to see who it was. Was it number one, Alex Williams, batting it away?
It was one over there, and also back there defending was number 33, Norfolk. And which of them got his hand on the ball to knock it away? Not sure, but that ball hung up just a little bit more than he wanted it to. Looked like it was there for a minute, but a good play by the defense.
Graham Law almost had to turn into a defensive back himself then because they had a pretty good shot at intercepting that
And
thing.
he really did. He did a good job of making sure it wasn't.
Toss to Carl Robinson. They're going to be dragged down. Somebody, Holder, grabbed his ankles. Holder grabbed his ankles as he crossed the line of scrimmage, and Holder trips him up. Let's see, from the 9, he only got 2 down to the 7.
It opened up for a moment,
It
and
did,
it
really
looked
did.
like Carl was going to head to the zone.
And Holder grabbed his shoelaces and dragged him down.
And if he hadn't got him, it's a touchdown.
Oh, yeah. 3rd and goal now from the 7. This is getting a little lancy if you are an Eagle fan here. Law will go wide to the left, and right in the slot out there with him is Herndon. Robinson in the backfield, and Carl Robinson jukes. Gets back inside down to the 5 and ran into some traffic, and leading the traffic there, number 56, John Williamson for George Walton. He picked up 2 more to the 5. I think they're going to bring on Stevens for a little chip shot field goal here. Now, Stevens had plenty of leg from 48 yards, but was wide to the left.
Well, you're tied at 7. Every 3-pointer you get up there is going to be precious before this game is over. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 3-pointer that decides this game.
Timeout on the field, Dick. We'll have to go with them as the Eagle gets into the guys and rallies the troops there. Let's go with them. Let's take a timeout here. 2:03 left to play, first half. 7-7 tie here on the Hall County Sports Game of the Week.
What would you do if you won a $500 gas card from Jackie Jones Ford? Hey everybody, y'all fill it up. This one's on me.
Well, you don't have to spend it all at once. Come to Jackie Jones Ford and enter for your chance to win a $500 Exxon gas card. Drawings are held weekly and no purchase is necessary. You just put your name on the ballot and drop it in the box. It's that simple. So come to Jackie Jones Ford in Cleveland and enter for your chance to win $500 in free gas.
Friday nights in North Georgia mean high school football. Fans gathering before the game for tailgate parties, after the game celebrating with victory parties. And that party wouldn't be complete without McEver hot dogs. McEver hot dogs cook up great, no matter how you cook them, on the stove or in the grill, even in the microwave. Always plump and juicy. McEver hot dogs are available at your favorite grocer today, so stop by and pick up a pack or two. McEver hot dogs, a North Georgia tradition for over 70 years.
Stevens lines up for a field goal, dead even in the center of the field, 22 yards. They'll snap it 7 yards deep. They're spotted right around the 12. Stevens, right-footed kicker. Shamlin, the quarterback, holds. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. Oh, that was pretty. 1:59 to play now in the first half, and it's 10-7 Riverside. We'll take another quick break. We've got the 2-minute warning here. We'll be back in a moment on the All County Sports Game of the Week.
There is a new tradition in home building, a new focus, a new way of thinking about how today's custom homes are designed and built. Whitmire Homes offers the most complete and hassle-free design and building process in the industry. Their customers are guided from the beginning and are given a guaranteed to-the-penny contract price based on their needs and wants. Tim and Paige Whitmire know that a solid foundation is essential to building homes and athletes. Tim and Paige are Hall County natives and are proud to support this program and all of Hall County's athletes as they build solid foundations for the future. Whitmire Homes, hands-on builders since 1978. www.whitmirehomes.com at 770-534-8342.
Lanier Technical College. I'd like to know more. Tell me about it.
It's 4 campuses.
And online courses.
It's your new career in
Health.
Public service.
business,
Technology.
Even motorsport.
This is not your dad's vocational school.
Tell me about it.
It's a great start.
Or a new beginning.
Ask about grants and scholarships.
Lanier Technical College, 770-531-6300.
Stevens teeing up the ball after knocking it through from 22 yards. That was pretty. It was just right down the center, very high, very straight.
Glorified extra point. I mean, the line of scrimmage, the 5-yard line. I mean, that was a chip shot for him. Except it counts 3 points and makes it 10-7.
And that's what really counts. Stevens has it teed at the 40. That Norfolk deep again. He kicks it high. Norfolk is going to come up and take it at the 7. Norfolk tripped and slowed down, and somebody, who was it that finally grabbed him around the ankles and dragged? That was number 32 for the Eagles, Caleb Wishart. Wishart drags down big Norfolk after he got it at about 27 yards. 27-yard kickoff return to the 34. That's where we are. 1:53 to play in the first half.
Passing formation for them.
Yeah, they got 2 wideouts, but they go to the tailback. And that's Norfolk and blitzing through and knocking him down. Uha. Uha, a sophomore, 5'7", 179-pounder out of Stone Mountain. He hit like a rock that time.
Well, the clock's ticking, Gary, 1:35. I was going to wonder what sort of 2-minute offense that George Walton might try. They've been going 4 yards in a cloud of dust. They're not going to make it down the field for a field goal like that. They're going to have to throw it.
Now, wideouts each way that time, split backfield, and they give it to Holder. Holder has bounced at the line of scrimmage and has about 4 guys hit him at the same time.
Bermudez was in the middle of that along with Donovan. They racked him.
Well, they did. Who else was there? I saw Worth Andrews in there, too, for Riverside, number 48. Man, he ran into a blue wall right there, and Riverside is going to call timeout because they want to get their hands on the ball one more time at 1:14. And we just had timeouts here. We'll keep it here, Dick. Riverside obviously here on 3rd and long hopes for another play like that, so they force a punt, and they do have a pretty good, 1 minute, 2 minute offense.
Well, looking at what George Walton's trying to do, trying to run it down the field, well, you're not going to get into field goal range like that, even if you're picking up 10 yards at a clip, because time's going to run out on you with the clock continuing to run. And with third down, it ends up becoming Riverside's time to begin thinking that, okay, we got a shot at it. We can get back and try a 30 or 40-yard field goal here and maybe put another 3 on the board. But this is a big play here. And George Walton needs to pick up a first down to stop any sort of thoughts of that.
They moved Bo Holder to running back tonight and put Andrew Williams, the sophomore, in at quarterback. All right, Alex Williams will go wide to the right, and Larry Simmons, the man who made the catch a little while ago, wide to the left, and they got a split backfield with Holder and Norfolk. Riverside in a 4-man front on the defense, and they hand to Norfolk, who is only going to get about 3 yards. Uha in the bottom of the pile. Yep. Wishart also there.
And very quickly, a timeout called by Riverside with 1:08.
Well, you can't take them to the house with you, so you might as well burn them up now.
Well, they're going to try to get something on the board. They're going to see if they can get a field goal out of this.
4th and 3, and the line of scrimmage will be just across the 40. They had one of the wide receivers, Herndon, back there as the deep man, who has some speed and has some size. He's not a real heavy guy, but he's tall. Herndon's 5'10".
Looking back at the history, these two schools, they have some very good games, and we've heard all about Robinson and the offense. It's been fairly high-powered for Riverside, but this is going to be a tough game all the way through for them.
They're both with their region opponents. They've been scoring about 80 points, somewhere in the 70 to 80 range, but only giving up a couple of touchdowns on the defense. And this is slanted so far toward the defensive end. Ferguson to kick. Line of scrimmage is his 40. Herndon is standing at his 24. This time a good snap. Ferguson makes it turnover. Herndon takes it at the 20. And going to be wrestled down after about an 8-yard return by Jonathan Newillow. About a 40-yard punt, and Dick, an 8-yard return.
And they got about 59 seconds to try to get something down the field. We'll see what Riverside attempts.
1st and 10 at the Riverside 28. They go gun. Tanner Shamlin in the shotgun. Back to throw. Guns it. Herndon. Hey, did he catch it? Yep, they say he did. He had a lane on the ground, but he got it, did not trap it. Back there to make sure he stayed down was Alex Williams from the 28 to the 42, so 14 quick yards right there. Shamlin to throw again. And again, he hits Herndon, chased out of bounds, this time on the far side over there by Ferguson. They're just gunning it down the field, trying to get up. Taking a whole lot of time off the clock, too. They're lining up in the no-huddle offense and just going.
14 seconds off the clock, and they've driven it 21 yards.
Got almost 8 yards on that last pass, 2nd and long 3. Ball at the 49. But out of bounds stops the clock. 45.3 seconds left, as Dick said. First half, 10-7 Riverside. They have the ball, and it's 2nd and short at their own 49. Shamlin back in the gun. Throws it. Picked off. Intercepted by Zeke Wilson, number 45. That time he was trying to get it over there, and I think he saw Graham Law break open briefly, Dick, but on that one, it was just Zeke Wilson making a good play. We reached up and grabbed it, athletic play.
He went high to make that interception, and if he'd been able to keep his feet, he might have taken it the distance. There may have been some people that had an angle on him, but a lot of green in front of him between himself and the goal line.
He finally slid down at the 47. They will split 2 men wide to the left. They'll send Williams and Simmons out wide to left, split backfield. Riverside back in a 4-4 defense. They expected him to throw it, and he does. Airs it out, and picked off by Riverside. That time going up for the play, Adam Herndon, 32.1 seconds. So they exchange interceptions here. Riverside intercepts, and Herndon is cracked immediately at his own 34.
Now I might just take a knee and go on in here and be glad that I escaped a bullet, and we'll see what they do. But
unless you're going to give it to Carl Robinson and maybe try to scoot him around the end, because he can take it the distance. 33 is where they've got it.
And they got 32 seconds to work with.
He's in the gun again with wideouts each way. Shamlin over the middle. And he hit Herndon again. That's Norfolk and Williams are making the stop. Let's see. From the 33, 17, 22. Better than 22. And a first down inside of the 45. Only 27 seconds, so timeout. That's their last one. Has to be, isn't it, Dick? That's at
Hadn't
least their
counted, but that's the second one I know for sure that they've walked off. And that may be it.
one.
May be it.
First and 10 inside the 45, 27. So you figure he had plenty of leg while ago. So if they could get it down, they probably need another.
They need another 20.
20 yards, yeah, for a reasonable field goal attempt by Stevens.
Let's get a 577 cross on the next one. 577 cross.
But they got a shot at that. They're passing attack. They've been picking up 18, 20 yards on passes. So, you know, one more play like that, and they could give it a shot.
Herndon will go wide to the right. That's Law out here to the left. And also, and then wide slot in the gun. He's going to Herndon, so he runs out of bounds and stops the clock. He's run out of bounds on the far side over there by number 56, John Williamson.
So
took
that
5 more seconds off the clock, and he got it, let's call it 7 yards, 2nd and 3. Inside of the 38 now. Clock won't start until they snap the ball on the out of bounds. Also out here is the wide slot man is Ahmad Carter out here with Graham Law on the left. Herndon to the right. Shamlin looking to his left. Throws it out of bounds. Graham Law was trying to break open, but shattered pretty well that time by Larry Simmons. Simmons been playing a good role on offense and defense for the George Walton Bulldogs. 17.4 seconds now on the clock, and 3rd and short. Inside of the 38, that's where the ball is. This one you kind of need to not only pick up the first down but stop the clock, Dick, so watch for some kind of sideline pattern, I would think.
That's what you expect. They would like to pick up the first down on this play, and possibly that would stop it momentarily. They could get up and spike it.
Incomplete. So they get one more shot at it, and I suspect that they're going to throw it again. 4th and almost 3. 13.9 seconds left. If they do get an incompletion here, George Walton may line up and take a knee, Dick, because you don't want anything really stupid to happen to you with less than 10 seconds.
A lot of action here in the last 1 minute.
Isn't there, though? We called it a 2-minute warning, and it's been like a pro game, huh? Have you ever noticed how long it takes the pro people to play 2 minutes? Man.
Well, you can go to the store for a loaf of bread and a gallon of milk and be back before halftime.
Shamlin looks downfield. Hits Carter. Carter gets out of bounds. Boy, you can see number 45 over there, Zeke Wilson, trying to drag him down before he could get out of bounds, but he could not quite do it.
I want to tell you that Law had it deep that time, too. He had 2 men open, and he chose chose the one that didn't lead to the touchdown. But they're going to try it. They got a 42-yard, and this is where we said they had to get to about the 25. So
Picked
here
up
we go.
13 yards on the pass, and let's see, where's he going to spot it? Shamlin's going to spot it at the 32. So it's going to be a 42-yard attempt. The kick is on the way. The kick's got the distance, and the kick is no good. This time it stayed left. 1.9 seconds left to play.
So he's hooked them both left.
Yep, missed it. Both of the ones he missed to the left.
But that was a good-looking kick. Had plenty of distance that time. But
so Stevens missed it, hit it, then missed it. He missed the 48-yarder, hit the 22-yarder, and missed the 42-yarder. But they were just kind of drifting barely to the left. 1.9 seconds left in the half. Will George Walton line up and take a knee? That's what we suspect they will do. You certainly don't want to hang it up here and have somebody run one back on you. Well, look at this, though, Dick. I got wideouts each way. Simmons goes one way, and Williams goes the other. Andrew Williams, sophomore quarterback. This time just going to get to Dante Norfolk, who's trying to make something happen. And then Herndon is going to ride him out of bounds along with Bo Bermudez, and that's the end of the half as the cannon goes off yet again. 10-7 is where we stand at halftime. It's been a good game. We anticipate more of the same in the second half. Back in just a moment with our halftime show. You're watching the Hall County Sports Game of the Week.
Whether you're a new college student or thinking about returning to college, you probably have questions. At Gainesville College, the well-qualified faculty and staff care about you and what you want for your future. You'll receive one-on-one attention. The student-teacher ratios are great, and the computer technology and student services outstanding. Gainesville College, accepting applications for spring 2006 now. Start here and go anywhere. Gainesville College, located at exit 16 off I-985, or call 770-718-3641, or on the web, gc.peachnet.edu.
Time to build? America's Home Place can fulfill your home building needs. It's the easiest, most affordable way to build on your land. Call us for the home you want, where you want it, at 1-800-NEW-HOUSE and receive your free floor plan book.
Gary Glenn Dick Horde back at halftime, 10-7. Riverside leading George Walton Academy. The Eagles over the Bulldogs right now. And just before the break, Gina Gailey had a chance to talk with Riverside coach Doug Dixon.
We're here at the half. Riverside's up 10-7. Coach, offensively, they're executing well. Their passing game is exceptional.
Yeah, we're doing a good job moving the ball around through the air. Got to get that ground game going, and that's something we're going to go into halftime here, get on the board and work on.
Defensively, any change-ups at all?
No, we're going to stick with what we're doing. I think we made some adjustments after their first big drive, and we've done a pretty good job since then.
All right, we wish you good luck in the second half.
Thank you so much.
All right, we want to thank Doug Dixon for taking time out before we went to talk to his team at halftime. Dick, for those comments, as we said, 10-7, pretty tight ball game.
Well, we said before the game we didn't know if we were going to see the high-powered offense or we were going to see the tight defense. Well, we've gotten the tight defense in this game, and they played very well. I've been impressed by both teams. And George Walton has done an exceptional job on Carl Robinson. He got away with one good run, and that was a touchdown run of about 23 yards the first time he touched the ball. But ever since then, every time he's touched the ball, they have been right on him. He almost got away one more time, but a good touchdown-saving tackle kept him for about a 3-yard gain. So unofficially, he's got about 26 yards in this football game, or no more than 30.
As you said, 23-yard run by Carl Robinson opened the scoring, 8:50 on the clock in the first quarter. Andrew Stevens was good, 7-0 Riverside at that point. But then 70-some-odd yard drive by George Walton, and they scored early in the second with 10:50 in the second. A 4-yard run by Andrew Williams. Steve was good on the PAT, 7-7 ball game. And then for the Riverside Eagles, Andrew Stevens came down. They missed a 48-yard field goal, plenty of leg, a little wide to the left. Then Andrew Stevens redeemed himself. They had some turnovers and so forth. They got in close. 22-yard field goal. That gave them the 10-7 lead. And then toward the end of the half, Andrew, again, plenty of leg, and it just kind of stayed left on him. So there you go. He's 1 out of 3 on field goals tonight.
And not to try to say we were being prophetic here or anything, but we said also in the first half the way this game was going, it could come down to a field goal. This has been a very good defensive struggle in a very tight ball game, and I look for more. I don't see George Walton as having the type of offense that's going to be explosive. They're very solid. They're very fundamentally sound and disciplined.